everybody? Live Farmer 73 here. It's good to see y'all. Today, we switching it up a little bit. Today, what we're going to be doing, there we go. Today is another episode of On the Brighter Side. I had my little blowout yesterday. I feel much better today. I got a lot of sleep. I got a lot of reading in and realized, hey man, you can't do nothing about dumb people. You can't do nothing about dumb people. You can't. That's some people was born to do what they do, and you can't do nothing about that, man. Stop trying to do stuff about that. That ain't none of your business. How y'all doing today? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I want to say hello and welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge, Guava. Today's episode of On the Brighter Side. If you don't know anything about my new series, On the Brighter Side, I am going to turn this into a podcast, and it's going to be called On the Brighter Side Podcast. So what's going to happen here is I am going to do my very, very, very best to only talk positive for 1 hour, for at least 60 minutes. For at least 60 minutes, I will only be speaking positively about any and everything. So that's going to be hard for me to do because even with as much horror is going on out there, I'm going to have to put a positive spin on it. I know how, right? I know. I'm going to have to put a positive spin on it. But if you go back, and last week I did a video, my very first series of On the Brighter Side, and it was successful. I went a whole hour, less than an hour, being positive. So I said, for my own mental capacity, I will do this once a week, at least once a week. We will have an episode of On the Brighter Side. I will number each and every one of them, and I will simply title it after On the Brighter Side. I will title what it is. Today's title is Preservation. Before we get into that, let me welcome everybody into the room. My Own Beautiful was the first one in here. Thank you, My Own Beautiful. Big Bad Bo, Revealed Light, Von Wheel, Talia Acre. I always messed it up. G Cole, Gardening Divas, how you doing, sister? Michelle Law, Patient Saint. Who else we got in here today? Patient Saint. Hey man, I'm waiting for your channel, man. I don't care what you put on it. You could just put your face and say, hey, everybody. Patient Saint, I'm waiting for your channel, brother. Okay, I don't care what you do. Because I got an idea for you, man. I got an idea for you. But it won't work unless I see your face, bro. Okay? I'm serious, too. Natalie, how you doing? Keith, One Neil, Gratitude, Grace Garden, Revealed Light. Who else we got? RJ, how you doing? Eddie Morrison, Kimberly Butler. Who else we got up here? Let me see. Kino. Amarosa, how you doing? I think that's, yeah, Amarosa. Let me see. Gratitude, Grace Garden, how we doing? Janice, who else we got in this mug? G. Cole Bougie Prepper. What's up, my sister? How you doing? Natural Light Brown Sugar, love your name. Okay, Gratitude, Grace Garden. I can't pronounce your name, my dear. It's Asiyer. I'm not going to even try to burn your name up. I'm not going to try it, okay? City Slicker Country, how you doing? Sandra Gillard, how you doing today? Okay. let's get right into why we are here today. We are going to be speaking positively only. You know how hard that is to do these days? Do you understand how hard it is to be positive? Let's see. Revealed Light says, it's hard to be positive when things are going sideways, but I choose to believe things will get better due to time. I don't. We are prepping in many areas. I'm being realistic. I don't, okay? But this is on the brighter side. So I'm not going to bullshit you just to try to make things positive. All right? Okay. Today, let me see. Sandra Giller says, it's hard, but it's good to try. I'm with you 100% right there. It's very hard, but it's fulfilling to try to stay positive. Okay? All right. The subject matter today is about preservation. Here's the thing about preservation to me. You can look at it in any way you want to. Any way you want to. But I'm going to touch on it in a way today that I think, when I pause, y'all, it's because I had something negative to say and I'm trying to figure out a positive spin on it. Okay. I woke up today to bad news of we are now fighting with somebody else. I woke up with bad news. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, today is definitely going to be a on the brighter side day. Because the news that I got of now that we're in a fight with somebody, officially, things need to change. There's a big change coming, and the only one going to be able to change it is you. All right? I'm going to throw something out there. I'm going to throw something out there. I think we need to all learn how to be content with what we already have. Is that so hard? It's rough, but I think we can do it. I think instead of us keep reaching out and trying to seek an elevation of something, I'm trying to put this in words without being negative. We are still trying to elevate ourselves to either become somebody or something that really, truly doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things. We are still trying to acquire and accumulate things that really, truly don't matter in the whole scheme of things. Hey, LA. We still trying to buy fancy cars. We still trying to buy fancy clothes. We still trying to go pop bottles and go to the club. Still trying to buy expensive purses and shoes and jewelry. And we're trying to steal while the world is on fire. You're trying to convince somebody else that none of this madness, it ain't scaving you at all, because you good. When we know the things that's happening today is touching all of us. I don't know what's wrong with our brains, but we need to stop. We need to take a step back and say, why are we doing this? Why am I doing that? This video is going to end with a bang. because I have an announcement to make at the end of this video. I'm going to be doing something that I said I never wanted to do because it's part of this video. And it's all about preservation. I want to make another announcement before we go any deeper. Tomorrow is March 1st. How many people watching me right now have a birthday in the month of March? How many people have a birthday in the month of March? Nobody? Well, just in case, if you have a birthday in the month of March, tomorrow, listen close, okay? Because y'all about to start posting your birthday right here and right now, and I don't want you to do that. Tomorrow, I will be putting in the community post the birthdays of the month. That way you can go over to the community post and post your birthday so everybody can wish you a happy birthday like we did in the month of February. And I can tell you right now, let's see, how many birthdays did we have in the month of February? We got 612. Let me see, 612 thumbs up. And we had 178 either birthdays or people wishing you a happy birthday for the month of February. For the month of March, I want to see those numbers grow. And it has nothing to do with me. It's about you. So if your birthday is in the month of March, I want you to show up, show out. And if it's not your birthday in the month of March, I at least want you to come in and wish everybody a happy birthday. All right? We got to kind of start paying attention to the little things. And, take it like this. Man, some people ain't got nobody around to wish them a happy birthday. Right? Revealed Light, just tomorrow, make sure you put your brother's birthday in the comment, in the community post, so everybody can wish him a happy birthday. All right? You got grandbabies or something, put it in the community post. All right. Yeah, save it for tomorrow. I just wanted to make the announcement today. Tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, you will see the community post, the birthday community post for everybody for the month of March. So make sure you get over there. I'm going to be repeating it so you can get over there so you can get your happy birthday licks in, okay? That you can take that however you want it, right? So let's get back to the subject at hand. On the brighter side, preservation. Being content with the things we have. Taking care of the things that we already have. Right? Instead of going out and purchasing new junk, which we're good at, I think we should look around your house and see, do I really need a new one? Do I really need a new toaster? Do people use toasters anymore? Do I really need a new TV? Or is this one doing just fine? And the reason I'm saying all of this, y'all, on the brighter side, with everything going on in the world, we need to start doing it anyway, because there isn't going to be too many options on things to go and purchase. And this is about to get a little deeper, so stick with me. This video about to get a little deeper, positively. Okay? Okay. I was thinking about something, and I was trying to get it through my video yesterday. You can see me kind of slide off into this subject matter, but I kept cutting it off because I was just too ill yesterday with the garbage going on. Okay. Rims Oh my God. Rim says, I don't buy new unless it breaks beyond repair. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, most people ain't like that. Most people buy because they can. Most people extend their line of credit because somebody allowed them to. People usually don't buy stuff because they need it. You know, we don't buy food because we need food. We buy food because we want food, you know. All right. So I want to hear y'all's take on this. And I know a couple of y'all have said this in the past. And y'all tried to give me some advice. The realization came to me that this new world that we live in now, because this is a new world. This is, I got to stay positive. This is a new frontier that we're on. I don't know if you understand that, but we are on untouched territory now. And boy, they clocking them Glocks out there. If you plan on having a home built, I just wouldn't do that right now. Any real true repair that you want or anything major that you need to have built, like let's just say you want to add a room onto your home because your mother-in-law come in, or you just want more space. Right now, I wouldn't hire a contract to change my drawers. A contractor, rather. I wouldn't hire a contractor to change my freaking drawers right now. There's a handful of reasons why I wouldn't hire a contractor to do anything for me. One, there's not many of them left. They all been swiped off the streets, right? Gratitude and Grace says, Led, I have learned to shop in my closet. I have found things that I actually forgot I had or just didn't use. I did the same thing not too long ago. Okay. Me and my wife had a conversation last week about having our house built on this land. And we came to a conclusion. Mainly, I came up with the idea and I came up with the conclusion, and she agreed. Right now, having a house built on our land got to be one of the most fiscally irresponsible things that you could possibly do in this day and time. I'm talking about even if you have the cash money. If you have cash, I ain't talking about going to the bank. Even if you have cash, it is the most fiscally irresponsible, dangerous thing that you could possibly do right now is to hire a contractor to come and build a home for you on your land. And I'm going to tell you why. There's not too many contractors left out there. The only contractors that's left that they haven't scared away is what I'm going to call it. They know they're hurting for work. So they're on the scam tip. I ain't going to say every because I don't want to hear y'all come in my comments like, all of us ain't blood blue. A lot of contractors out there are on the take. So they'll build your house. They'll steal material, keep adding on to your home costs and putting it in their pocket. And then 9 times out of 10, they won't even finish the job. You'll be standing there with a damn pile of sticks and you out of $300,000, $400,000. Looking at a big pile of sticks half done, leaking, shoddy job work. Everything is trash. I've been watching these things on YouTube about all of these people that's having new homes built, and they mess the houses up so bad and it's so out of code that they literally have to come and demolish the entire job site. I don't care if they even so-called got done with the project. They did it so out of code and such shoddy work that they literally have to demolish the entire project. So it's a lot of the, I don't know if you've ever been to Florida, but when I go to Florida, one thing that I see, and I'm going to get in this comment section in a second, one thing I see every time I go to Florida, and now trust me, I'm there frequently. Some of y'all know because you see me all the time. You see half-built houses everywhere. Listen to me. Everywhere you see half-built subdivisions, half-built houses, everywhere. Anybody in Florida, come on up to the front and go ahead and tell me I'm wrong when I'm right. I've never seen anything like it. There's a lot of subdivisions. Okay, all right. Let me see. Francine the Great One says, I work with contractors every day. Y'all better learn how to do your own stuff. Attend YouTube University and just go for it. You're smarter than you think. You get a round of applause, standing ovation for that, because you took the words right out of my mouth. Because that's where I was going. That's where I was going. Belinda says, no, sir. You are 100% correct in Florida. I know because I'm always there. And every time I go, the same houses and the same subdivisions that I pass all the time are still not finished. And let me tell you something how I know it's shoddy work going on. Because Florida don't get down like that. Florida, when I used to go to Florida, you will see you will go on vacation and you will see a project half done. By the time your vacation is over in 7 days to 2 weeks, man, there's people living in that house. You know, one minute you see them pouring concrete when you just get to Florida for your vacation. By the time you leave in Florida, man, there's people done you ain't even seen the for sale sign put up, the real estate sign. Man, people living in that house and kids in the front yard playing soccer. That's how Florida get down. After every storm, Florida cleaned that up to the point you never knew it was a storm. I know, I'm telling you, I damn near live there. Not no more. Not no more. Now, everything seems like, man, somebody came in, started the job, and just never came back. It's like, man, you know, daddy came home and said, hey, I'm going out to get a pack of cigarettes. I'll be right back. And never come back. But dad, you don't smoke. I'll be back. That's what these contractors is doing. They take all your money, all 400,000, and you never hear from it again. While you're paying on this bank loan, that $400,000 bank loan, it's time for you to start paying it. But you still can't find the people that stole your money. And you done called the news and everything. The news is trying to find them. You done hired private investigators and lawyers. Nobody can find these people. They setting up ghost operations. Well, no, not ghost. They call them phantom operations, where they say, hey, we gonna call it Acme Contracting. And then they come in and start your stuff, steal your money. Once the check clear, they never come back. You go to the address where Acme Contracting says they are. You go, it's a building there, but it's nothing there. And a lot of businesses have started doing that, where it's a phantom operation. You don't know where your food is coming from anymore. You don't know where anything is anymore. It could be overseas. And they get a building, and that's their address for their phantom operation. Once you're, and they subcontract. Let me tell you how this works. Let's just say there's some people overseas. They are actually Acme Construction. What Acme Construction does overseas is they come over here and third party subcontract somebody right here in America and tell them what job to go do. They start the job. Once the check clears for them, for Acme Construction, they don't pay the third party subcontractors. And once the third party subcontractors in America that was working on your house, the ones that was actually there working, once they don't get paid, they stop. They like, I ain't doing nothing else. And hell, they gonna take half the material back with them because that money came out of their pocket. The only thing that Acme Construction gave them was like a starting check to get started. So all of the money that they used to start the project, that money been burnt up. So once the check cleared, Acme can stand to lose about $50,000. They don't care about that because they're about to get $400,000 from you. So once the money stopped paying the subcontractors that they subcontracted, they stop working, they disappear. You wondering where all the workers at? You go to the building where they told you the address to Acme Construction is, ain't nobody there. So you start trying to look for the dudes that was building the house. You took a picture of the sign on the side of this dude's truck. So you think you got a good lead. Think now. You think you got him. You finally call Channel 4 News Investigator, Channel 73 News Investigators. You call Channel 73 News Investigators, and they go and talk to those contractors, and those contractors don't know what the hell you talking about. And they ain't lying. They like, look, I was just hired to do the job, and we haven't got paid. That's not on us. You hired Acme Construction. We are John and Sons Construction. Acme hired us to help them. So y'all coming after us and all we are is extra help. You need to go to Acme Construction. Acme Construction is a phantom operation. You out of $400,000, and it's going to cost you damn near $400,000 to try to catch who it is overseas that's doing all of this underhanded stuff. And everybody think it's a joke. Everybody think it's a game. You go research it yourself. Go research it yourself and you will see. Matter of fact, you don't even got to research. You ain't got to do no hardline investigating. Nope. Look on YouTube, and once you see one video where the construction was never finished and they can't find the people, all those videos just gonna start falling in your timeline. And you know when you gonna run out of videos like that is when you cut your iPad off. Those videos is nonstop. So let me get in here real quick before I finish. Let me see. William says, wow, they out here doing stuff like that, shaking my head. You ain't know? Y'all ain't know? Let me see. Buy Link says, you have to go through your city programs. You'll pay more, but you'll get a house built. What do you mean by city programs? Portal says, I built mine after watching a few people I know get scammed. I learned and I went to school just to build mine. Let me tell you something. Me and my wife got scammed just like that. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to make this story quick because we got to get on with the positivity. Me and my wife, we lived in Atlanta, Georgia. We lived in, was that the Peyton Place Apartments yet? Yeah. We still lived in the Peyton Place Apartments. We finally was approved for a loan to have a house built. I'll never forget this. Approved for the loan to have a house built. The house was being built in Fayetteville, Georgia, about 5 miles away from Evander Holyfield's house. I was so proud. I'm like, man, Evander Holyfield, for me to get to work every day, I would have had to pass Evander Holyfield's house every day I go to work and come home, right? So I'm all like, oh, I'm having a house built down the street from Evander Holyfield, the champ, right? I'm all proud. We picked out the house that we wanted. We picked out the site because it was a new subdivision. We picked out the lot that we wanted. I remember it had a nice big backyard, and then at the end of it, it was a really steep slope off into the woods. And I was just in love with this spot. It wasn't that big. It was like a half acre, but boy, I was in love with the house. I let my wife pick out everything about the house. I didn't care. I picked out everything for the garage and the yard. That's all I cared about. So when construction started, the concrete pad was poured. The money, they had got our money and everything. Do you know? We kept going all the time. Now remember, we're coming from, I don't know if you don't know anything about Atlanta. We live in the heart of Atlanta. We on MLK and Peyton Road. We are in the heart of the A, okay? Dead center. So to drive from there to Fayetteville, Georgia, man, with traffic, you're driving for about an hour or 2 hours, in traffic. So we keep going to see our new home construction being built and everything. And we had a piece built on for my mama, everything, man. It was supposed to be everything. Our kids picked their rooms out. After a while, we started realizing no house, it was like 3 houses done in this subdivision, but that was already done when we first got there. No other houses, no more action had been taken on no other houses that people had bought in this subdivision. What happened? So we start trying to find the contractors that used to be, it was a what is it called? A demo house. At the front of the subdivision, there was a dream house that you come into and talk to the salesperson. That house, nobody ever was in that house ever again. So we're trying to contact the salesperson or anybody we can. Nobody ever picked up the phone, never got in touch with no salespeople. I even done creeped over there in the middle of the night after work. The model home, thank you for that. Thank you for that. The model home at the front of the subdivision. Do you know nobody ever showed up again? We got scammed out. I forget how much we put down. $5,000? Don't quote me. I know it was something that I couldn't afford at the time. They took our money and ran. Years later, I was still in Georgia. After years of disappointment and I had gave up the search, they caught this whole ring of people that was running them scams like that, telling people they're going to build these houses, and they will build like 2 or 3 shoddy houses to let you think that something is going on. They invest money to scam you. So they invest about $100,000 into building these little homes, make you think you're doing something, just so they can take your 300,000 or 400,000 and up. Woo! What a scam! Imagine. I think The house we was having built was like 280,000. That was way back then, though, okay? 280,000, something like that. There was about 20 pads of concrete poured. That means 20 people had anywhere from 280,000, because that's what it started at, anywhere from 280,000 to damn near $500,000 stolen from them. So imagine this, they scamming so bad they don't mind losing 100,000. If you're gonna lose 100,000, but you're gonna get 20 people to pay damn near $300,000, that's don't I'm not about to do that. This is on the brighter side. This is the positive podcast. Okay? So I told you that story to tell you this. Me and my wife was talking, and we both agreed putting a house here, even if we had cash money, no loan, no nothing, is reckless. It is not guaranteed. And if I was to lose all my money and all my savings right now, I'm going to burn this mother down. I'm trying to stay positive. Try not to curse. If I was to lose all my money because somebody scammed me out of that much money, after I've been doing everything in my power to be positive and do things right and by the right, I will burn this mother down. Everybody gotta go. I mean it. So, it brought me to this conclusion. Until the world gets some kind of sense and structure back into it, that won't be a good idea to do. As much as I do not want to purchase a mobile home or anything of the sort, I have rethought what I was going to do. I don't want to purchase a mobile home. I don't want to purchase a trailer or whatever you want to call them. I don't know all the names to all of them. I don't want one. So I'm not going to waste my money on purchasing nothing, a modified home, manufactured home, none of that. I'm not going to waste my money. But I will make an exception. And this is where the announcement come in. There's a reason, I said this in the video yesterday, there's a reason why I haven't been able to get enough money to get rid of this mobile home, which we call the haunted house. Why not what, Journey Under the Sun? Why not what? I saw you said, why not? Yeah, not a modular home either. And the only reason I wouldn't say a modular home, I don't trust contractors right now. I don't trust them, man. I don't trust nobody with my money right now. I really don't. Who said that again? Journey Under the Sun, you said, why not? Why not what? TLC in the garden, how you doing, my sister? Okay. Until she answers, because I don't know, I wanted to answer. Okay. MSS says they're doing that on rentals too. They sure are. They sure are. Okay. So, I had an idea. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I know this is the way that I'm leaning, okay? That taxes will go up and steadily rise. I don't know what that means. Journey Under the Sun said, I just came back in alive. Why not purchase a mobile home? Because they don't appreciate. They don't appreciate, and I don't listen to me, my friend. I don't care what you say. You cannot convince me for all the I don't want to say that either. For all the money in the world. You can't convince me that the mugs don't rot quick. They don't. These new modular homes, mobile homes, trailer home, man, all they are they're not built to be standing for long, man. They fall apart quick because they sitting on bricks. It's not. I don't care what nobody say. I'm living in one right now. Man, they are not built to be standing for 30 and 40 years. They're not. You know. I think they're good for a temporary shelter. That's what I think. Let me see. They're cool, but listen, I can remember. Let me see, my kid, maybe 30 years ago, almost 30 years ago. See my daughter, 30 years ago. My cousin bought one, brand new. I never forget the name of it either. It was from Fleetwood Homes, double wide, beautiful Fleetwood Homes. And I'm telling you, inside it had the Scarface hot tub in it, everything. Beautiful. Man, about 15 years in, the floor was sagging, the roof was leaking, the windows wasn't sealed right. Man, that mug was garbage. I mean, it didn't even look like the same home. The siding was wavy from the heat from the sun. You go inside, the carpet is tearing up. Man, the seals around it was horrible. And they paid a grip for that house. They paid you might as well have a house built. Let me see. I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. Let me see. How about insulated bunkers? What about that? I mean, what do you want to do with that? What does that have to do with somewhere to live? I don't understand what you mean, insulated bunker. Say, I saw there was a new construction of apartments, but it was all made of wood, and it looks scary for that kind of weather we have in Florida. Oh, I was about to say everything is made of wood except for Florida. Y'all cold is different. Wow. Wow. Okay. Miss Neal says, I'm trying to go from renting to owning something with limited income. Okay. RL says, I remember Fleetwood Homes. Boy, they were beautiful. But man, it was like, you ever try to put on the same pair of socks several times that same week? The sock looked like it the socks look like they can still protect your feet. But until you put your foot inside that sock and sniff that sock, that's Fleetwood Homes. Fleetwood Homes or manufactured homes and all that, man, they look good from the outside, but they go bad quick. They will still half-ass look like they holding on, but boy, they start to rot from the inside out. Let me get back here. Okay. Anita Sampson says, I was saying once you put a permanent foundation on your land, your taxes will go up and stay up. So what? It'll be my land. So, you know, you're not going to get away from taxes. That's why I don't have tax conversations, because that's almost a mute point. It's still be cheaper than somebody renting. No matter what. Say I put a whole house here, have a house built, blah, blah, blah. Your taxes will go up. But I still won't be paying the taxes that a renter will pay. And I can borrow against what I own. So I don't care about that part. That part is, you're not going to get away from taxes no matter what you do. Let me see. Belinda says, Led, I bought a new one in 2024 and the floor has had to be replaced. The hot water heater in the roof is leaking bad. Is looking bad. I'm telling you, I have zero confidence in them. I don't care how nice they look. I don't care. When you really go in one and you really start feeling around, these new mobile homes or whatever manufactured home feel just like this shed. It's made with the same material that this cabin is made of. There is very thin lines what classifies this as a shed cabin and classifies that as a modular home and classifies that as a mobile home. Man, the line is like, okay, you got 5 plugs in your house instead of 4, so now you are silly stuff like that. Same materials, but if you can make this code, you can classify this into something else. That's nonsense. Okay. BB Kate says, the houses that are being built today is not made to last. Absolutely not. Back in the day that's why nobody's houses back in the day looked alike. Nobody's houses looked alike because each house was a piece of art. Each house was somebody's idea. Each house was somebody hiring an engineer to design their house from the ground up. Now it's all, man, it's a bunch of saltine boxes in a circle and they tell you to live in it. That's all it is now. Okay. They're building 300,000 homes out of particle board. Shaking my head. If it's not brick, I don't want it. We'll be blessed. Right. Right. Let me see here. TLC says, even normal homes, the construction quality is rated at a C, same as homes pushing on 100 years. That was in the 90s when I worked. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Creative Joy says, happened to my mom, Lynn. She relocated to the South and was waiting on senior condos. Finally, someone told her they were never going to get built. It's doggone shame. Anita says, Anita Sampson says, modular houses and stick built are about the same in price. Very little difference. Absolutely. I told you, little things in the codes to change them up. TLC says, new is not always worth the hype. Absolutely. Judy says, can you be your own contractor and build the house yourself? Yes, you can. That's what I got that written down right here. Okay. Let me finish this and then we're going to get right into that. Okay. All right. So me and my wife was talking about, hey, I would like to. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. I would like to take the haunted house, move it back here where the chicken coops are, You know, move the chicken coops and the pig pen. Just move that all together. Put that on the whole other side of the land somewhere. But take the haunted house, turn it sideways the same way that my chicken coop is running, side to side like that. Do that and fix it up myself. Have it moved. That won't cost much for them to come, a truck to come, put some tires on it, and move it back here where I want it. Build a, you know, refurbish the inside, put a little back porch on it, put a little front porch on it, and call it a day. And then we'll have land. We'll have everything we need to be here whenever we want to. Right? Okay. So what you just said, Judy, is can you build your own house and be your own contractor? You have to get in touch with the powers to be, because you still have to build your house by whatever code that your city or state has posted. So you still have to build your house to code, but you can build your house yourself. There are certain things that you will have to hire out, though, that they will not allow you to do. When I was thinking about building my own house, when I still had the energy, there are certain things that you can't do. And I can't remember which one it was, but there's certain things you can't do because you have to be licensed and certified to do it. I can't remember what it was. I think it's electrical. I could be wrong on that, but it's something that you can't do. Okay? Don't quote me on that. Right, you have to have all the permits and you have to build everything by code. You got to do it just like they would do it. But instead of you going through them, you doing it yourself. Okay. So, let me see. By Link says, this conversation is why I'm building our new home with these two hands out of my pocket. Now, I had a whole nother conversation already ready for yesterday that didn't quite happen. Let me see. Who says electrical, plumbing, and HVAC? I think you can do your own plumbing. I think you can do your own HVAC too. I think it may be electrical where they start getting you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Okay. Waste management and electrical are usually contractors required. It's usually contractors required because you don't know how to do it, though. Or are you saying that's what they're forcing? I don't know. I can't remember any of that. So you may be right. Francine says, depending on your governmental body, putting smaller houses on your land will allow you to not need permits and such. Also, put in your septic or your outhouse. Okay. All right. So, I'm thinking about doing the work myself. I haven't done this kind of work in a very long time. You know, I've gotten older, gotten fatter, and, you know, it will be something that I would have to pick all my tools back up again and try it. Listen, I used to remodel homes, rebuild homes. Me and my wife used to buy them, flip them. So we bought a lot of houses, you know, trap houses. I ain't done that, man, in like 20 years. But I think I could get back into it myself. Hey, girl, we're hustling. I think I could get back into it. If anything, bring my sons in and my son-in-law to help me. I think it'll work. I don't trust any contractors, and I've already Scratch it out because we've already talked about the contractors and what they're doing today. And just in case you don't believe me on the contractors, remember everybody, I had the pond fund, right? Where people was helping me try to get the pond together. I hired out 2 separate people to build my pond. All they needed to know was I wanted a 1/4 to 1/2 acre pond. When I called them on the phone, they told me, oh, that'll cost you like $5,000. No problem. We can do that. We need to come out and see the land and assess the soil and the situation. Fine. The first person that came out, and I can't make this up. The first person that came out that wanted to build my pond for me for $5,000, he was so busy walking around my land and looking at the things that I have, he didn't talk much about my pond and how he was going to build it or nothing. He was like, oh, you got solar, huh? Oh, man, yeah. Can you actually live in that shed, that cabin? I said, yeah, you could if you wanted to. Wow, man, it's nice back here. You own all of this land? Yeah, I do, free and clear. Oh, wow. Oh, man, this is beautiful, man. And you're tucked back in the middle of nowhere. Man, this is awesome. I don't want to talk to you about my land. I don't want to talk to you about the things I have on my land. All I want, y'all know me, I don't want nobody back here anyway. All I want you to do is tell me how much you're going to dig this hole for. How soon can you do it? And how long will it take? I don't want to talk about how beautiful the day is. I don't want to talk about all the beautiful trees and scenery on my land. I don't want you talking about, all you hear in my sacred location is to tell me how much it's going to cost for you to dig this hole for me. The more he looked around, he does this. True story, true story. He looks around. He said, let me go talk to my partner real quick. Him and his partner was walking around. They go back to his truck. They sit inside this truck together for about 5 minutes while me and my dog stand out here looking stupid. To the point I got so tired of waiting, I walked back towards the cabin and sit on the porch. Like, what the hell is these dudes doing? He finally cuts the truck off because his air was running. Him and his partner step out. Well, I tell you what, there's plenty of things. I can build you a whole acre pond. I don't want a whole acre pond. I want a 1/4 of an acre pond. I tell you what you would like. Did you hear what I said? He said, I tell you what you would like. If I did you like a 1/2 acre pond, and you know what we're used to, we shape them in the shape of peanuts, and we shape them like, in your initials. I don't want a pond in the shape of my initials. I don't want a pond shaped like a peanut. I don't want a pond with an island in the middle. I don't want a pond with a deck that I can dive off of. You giving me ideas that I didn't ask you for. I just want a hole in the ground. You got the machine to put a hole in the ground. I need something done. Can you do it? Well, I tell you what I'll do. It's going to take me a few days to finish this other job, and then I'll run over here and do that job. Then it'll save me money because I can finish that job early. That will save you some money because what he's telling me, he's robbing somebody else to save me some money. Did you hear that? He's saying he's going to finish a job early over at this other job so he can come over here to save me money. That means he's robbing somebody else and told them it's a 2-week job, but he going to leave 2 days early. It's going to save him a few $1,000s in his pocket, saying he going to save me the money. If he robbing them, that mean he gonna rob me. Ultimately, he tell me, well, you know, I could get that to you for about 15,000. You can do what? 15,000, he said. I said, wait. I told you I don't want the trailer torn down. I told you I don't want the trailer torn down, man. I just want the pond. Yeah, well, it's going to kind of run us because, well, you know, we're running behind and the season is this and that, blah, 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 blah. Man, how much is going to cost you to dig this hole, man? I tell you what, since it's you, man, you know what? He think I'm from a city where, man, that hustle game he doing right now, man, move, man. Never mind. Yeah, I told you, so you want to do it? I said, man, I'll call you, man. I'll call you. Okay, just call me anytime, you know, just whenever you're ready. I will. Whenever I'm ready for you to help me, I'll call you. That's been how many years ago, right? 2 years ago for him. So last summer, I had a young lady and her husband come out. This is where they went wrong to build the pond. The husband was on the up and up. And he like, oh, man, you just want, oh, this is all you want. I can have all of this done for you and the trees removed and everything. And we'll get you over that 1/4 acre. And I tell you, it'll cost you $5,000. It'll take me, I think he said something like 5 days or 3 days to do. $5,000. He said, if you want that trailer torn down too, that's nothing. We'll throw on another 2,000 to tear the trailer down. So all in all, about 7,500, we could build your pond and tear your trailer down. Clear land pond. His wife comes over because his wife clearly is the boss. And I'm like, oh man, when can y'all get to work? And she was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And I said, yeah, he ready to go. He's like, yeah. What'd you quote him? This is what she said. I can't make none of this up. She said, what did you quote him? He said, well, 5 for the pond, and we can knock that down for 2 and be out of here in seven days top. No. I don't know what you thinking about. I don't know what you thinking about. You know why? Because they did the exact same thing when they got here. Instead of just focusing on the work that they're supposed to be doing, their eyes are gawking around my land. They're assessing the things that I have. They're assessing the price of this land. Because when you contract somebody out, you gotta, like land, you gotta give them how much land you have. So they can assess all of this, because what they gotta do before they go digging, they got to make sure that your survey is right so you don't start digging a pond on somebody else's land. So once they go and check the survey, they see how much land you got and they see how much it's worth. So they done already got a survey on my land and they know how much land I own, free and clear. So instantly, ching, they like, all they see is dollar signs. This man got some money. He got plenty of money. He ain't got no bills on this land. He ain't got no mortgage. Oh yeah, we gotta do that. So they hit me in the pocket for almost $20,000. I told her, I'll call you when I'm ready for you to help me. She called me for a solid year. She really just stopped calling me around December. Over and over and over. After I told her I'm not interested. I tell you what, this is where she gave me the idea. She said, I tell you what, scratch that number we gave you, because my husband just bought his own equipment. I said, your husband just bought his own equipment. Where was you going to get the equipment? What equipment was you using before to charge me all that money? She said, well, the reason we were charging you all that money because we were renting the equipment from the rental place. See, my dumb butt, you know what I said? You can do that. She said, oh, yeah. So we've been renting all these years. We finally got our own equipment now, see. So now we charge you less. So she still came in with around that $15,000-$17,000 to dig a hole in the ground. That's not certifying that it don't leak or nothing. It's just digging a hole in the ground and wishing for the best. So I left with the idea of, I don't need none of y'all, because I went to a rental company and found out if you rent the doggone equipment, the backhoe, on a Friday, you don't have to return it on till Monday because they not open on Sunday. This gonna save you about $300 for that day. So you will end up having a backhoe for about 3 or 4 days and only be paying, I said, boy, y'all was trying to do it ungreased. Y'all was trying to catch me ungreased too, right? So once she didn't even realize she told me the secret. I can go rent my own damn equipment and dig my own hole, which gave me another idea. Take the money I already have and just go buy me an old tractor and get started. And when it get to the point that my tractor can't do no more, then go rent the equipment, and I'll still only be in it for about $4,000-$5,000 tops. I don't trust no contractors no more, man, because all of them right now is on the take because they hungry. It's not enough work out here because ain't nobody got no jobs. See, I don't care what kind of certification or license you have to do whatever it is you do. But if can't nobody buy your services because because they can't afford it, you hungry. So you're trying to replace your supplemental income by charging the next person more than this job is worth so you can stay afloat. You put that, this is on the brighter side. I'm not going to talk about tariffs. This show is on the brighter side, the Positivity Network. The Positive Podcast. Okay. So, long story short, I didn't let any one of them build my pond. And those two individuals, companies, showed me that everybody is on the take. I got one more for you, and I'm going to make that even quicker. Went to go have my Jeep looked at. My Jeep is sputtering because I need some fuel injectors. I go into, I'm not going to name this automotive fix-it place. I go in there and they tell me the same thing that every other automotive fix-it place been telling me. And I said, that's not the problem. I changed my plugs, I changed my wires, I gave it a full tune-up, I changed everything. I changed the brain, changed the computer. He said, it will cost you $1,500 for us to basically do exactly what the hell you just did for $40. I said, but why would you charge me $1,500? And I told you, I just put a brand new plugs, brand new wires, brand new caps, brand new damn computer on the Jeep, and it's doing the exact same thing. Why would you charge me more money to do this thing? He said, well, sometimes you can purchase, a bad brain or bad wires. I said, so what's telling me you won't put bad brain and bad wires in there, but charge me $1,490 something more than what I just did, so I could go back and buy another set for another $40 and try it again? He said, I tell you what. He said, look, if you don't have the money, we have a new credit plan where it doesn't affect your credit. We don't call your credit. You pay directly to us. We went from talking about what's really wrong with my Jeep to I can put the $1,500 with the damn near 40% interest rate on your in-house credit plan. Man, I said, man, if you don't get out of my face, man, put my truck down, man. Take my truck off that rack. Well, I'm right now we're running a special. No, I don't. No, you ain't running no special on me. Cause that's what you mean when you running a special. You running a special on me. You running a green light, a red light special on me. That's what I hear, right? When I hear we're running a special, you running a special on suckers, right? All suckers is that's what you think, man. Get my truck off that rack, man. Hey, yeah, homie. Hey, get my keys, man. Take my truck down off that lift, man, and pull it back out here so I can get into it. Everybody is on the take. Everybody. So I said the title of this is conservation, preservation. Everything that you have, man, try to take care of it. I need to put a water pump on my Tahoe. This is a 2004 Chevy Tahoe. And I've run the hell out of it over this last 5 years, and it's time to get a water pump. It's kind of leaking. Go ahead, pay the money, put a water pump on yourself. It's easy. I went and put some tires on it. Easy. You know? I put the brakes on it. Easy. It take a while, and your back hurt when you done, but your pocket don't hurt. When I put them brakes on, man, my back was boiling. You hear me? Because I ain't been humped over like this in years. Man, look here. When I was done putting them brakes on, have you ever boiled some ramen and then got on the phone and forgot your ramen noodles was on the stove? And they just boiling over onto the flames. You hear it hissing in the background. Noodle juice is all over the stove top. That's exactly how my backbone felt, looked, and smelt, like burnt ass ramen noodle juice. I got up out of it, man. I ain't do nothing else for the rest of the day, for a couple of days. But my back was boiled off, and all I had to do was soak it in the tub. But my pocket is intact. Because if I would have had the brake shop do it, there was another one. Oh, that job will run you about $1,500. Everything is $1,500. For brakes? Man, I didn't say I need brakes on a Maserati. I didn't say I need brakes on a Lamborghini. I didn't say I need brakes on a 2026 Corvette. I said I need brakes on a 2004 Chevy Tahoe. It ain't even got four-wheel drive. Yep, $1,500 job. Man, hey, man, get my truck off that lift. Hey, homie. Hey, my man, you working on my truck? Yes, sir. Man, get my truck off there. Bring that down. Put that back out there. They hate to see me coming. Because as soon as I come in there and they tell me that price, $1,500. Always look in the bay and see my truck lifted up with one of the tires off or something. Man, put that tire back on there, man. Hey, bro, put that tire back on there. Let that truck down. Make sure them lugs is tight. Last time y'all ain't tighten, man. I almost killed myself. Take that truck off that lift, man. Put my shit back in the parking lot. No, I don't need your services. I'll figure something else out. I got about 3 e-bikes in the garage. I'll figure something out. You know, I need to walk. So, all right. So we need to start maintaining and repairing what hey, Mr. Bambit, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, sir. Swoop like me, how you doing in here? For your information, how you doing? Okay. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, I got something special for y'all. Oh, that's a whole nother video right there. So what we should start doing, instead of buying everything brand new, see what you can fix yourself that you already have. What can you repair and maintain, right? That don't sound right. Let me see. Okay. I think I've talked about everything. I want to talk about. for now. So since this is on the brighter side, I've explained, I'm gonna narrow this down for you right now because this is the big information here. This is on the brighter side, positive podcast. There will be no negativity in this video, on these videos when I do on the brighter side. This is what I want to let y'all know. I'm going to try now to figure out how I can move that trailer where I want it, where our house is supposed to be, and start working on it. But here's the big announcement. I have never, ever, ever taken y'all into the haunted house. I've never taken you into the haunted house. Sunday Backyard Farmer. What's going on, brother? Oh, I'm glad I missed that one. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can't find that. Yeah, I'm not touching that one. And I will touch on that in a positive way. Okay, Growing with Hudson, when are we going? And then I'm going to touch back on that again. Tomorrow, Sunday, we are going on the ultimate lead farmer field trip. Tomorrow, if everything goes right, I'm going to take you inside of the haunted house. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up. We'll be doing it about the same time, 11 o'clock a.m., and it may last for a minute because it's a lot to see. Now, here's the thing. You're going to see inside that trailer is damn near ready to live in. There's nothing wrong with it. I just didn't want it. It got minor problems like any house, you know. Some siding is missing here. Some mice been living over there. Some cats probably done made, you know, a little home over, had a couple babies over there, you know. So a couple of birds done made some nests up in the cupboard. A bat might be hanging from the ceiling in the bathroom, you know. The house needs minor repair, and it needs like the ultimate cleanup job. I've dealt with trap houses in worse shape. I can remember one trap house that I bought that I ended up living in. Man, it was paraphernalia all over the place. I wouldn't even let my kids in there for months. Paraphernalia, it was, people was in there using the bathroom in corners. Man, when I bought that house, believe it or not, I ended up living in that house. Because I was living in the top and renting out the bottom. It was a duplex. Anyway, so get ready. I was going to do it today, but I knew today's video was kind of going to go over a little bit, okay? So be ready for that. Be ready for that. All right? Is anybody down? Is anybody got any negative you don't want to see inside the haunted house? And I'll just keep it. The only reason I want to show y'all is because some of y'all that told me that you should turn it into a barn, you should turn it into a goat house, you should turn it into, and I kept telling you I ain't putting no animals inside there. Okay? No matter what happened, I wasn't putting no animals in. You should keep your pigs inside of it. No, that's dumb. Plus, just in case, I may have a change of heart. I don't want I don't want to ruin it, and I have a change of heart like I'm having now, and just, now you got no chance besides just crushing it. All right. So, with that being said, you guys, tomorrow, 11 o'clock, around 11:30-ish, 12-ish, I'm going to be going live, and we're going inside the haunted house, and I'm going to show you, man, it's damn near ready to move in. It got furniture in it and everything, and it's like, I don't want that, but I'm just saying, it's a mess in there, but you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a mess. It's not unlivable. Okay? So, I figure it's a temporary home, but let me break something else down real quick. It's an old mobile home. Do y'all remember when the mobile homes used to be made out of metal? Instead of this, whatever it is now, they make them like they make sheds now. Do y'all remember the old mobile home where they even had like the bay window built in it and stuff like that? How many people remember them, or you ever seen one? That's what this is. It got like, big old metal bay window in that mug. And it got this, it came with a big ass Tony Montana bathtub, the bathtub you see Tony Montana sitting in with a cigar in his mouth. It got one of them big old giant jacuzzi tubs in it, which I would let that go, because that's ridiculous. But it just needed to be fixed up. It's a part of the floor is spongy. Just put down some new plywood floors and throw in some laminate. It ain't like I'm gonna be living in it permanently. It's just something that I can, like I do here, come here and I'm sitting on the land doing work, and I got somewhere to sit, chill, eat, lay my head. That's really all it is, man. Really. If it's a temporary home, why would you move it? Because I don't want it right there. And when I say a temporary home, I'm saying if this world don't change, it may be a permanent home. But it's a temporary home in my definition because I don't want to live in it. It's just like this cabin right here. This is a temporary spot. I don't live here. I don't live in this. This is temporary. So I don't know what your definition of temporary was, but my definition is I don't live in it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put a whole bunch of, hey, I'm going to build a swimming pool in the back of it and all of that and attach it to the house. And I'm not going all that far. Right? So, okay. With that being said, y'all, I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember. So tomorrow is going to be a part 2 of today's On the Brighter Side. Tomorrow will actually be another positive podcast tomorrow. So be looking for that. We're going to have 2 in 1 week. So, you can't knock that, right? So be looking out for tomorrow, part 2 of today's preservation on the Brighter Side Positive Podcast, Lead Farmer 73. So everybody enjoy your Saturday. I might even come on a little later and chill with y'all. I might run over on one of y'all other channels and check y'all out. Everybody have a wonderful day, all right? And I will be releasing several videos because today I'm about to drop a tree because it's sitting. I'll show you. I'll save that for later. Everybody, enjoy your day. Lead Farmer 73, I love you. Stay safe. Stay sane. And I'm out. Peace.